Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to do a video today making another case for the South Korean Navy building a naval base in Jeju Island. I made a previous video before, but this is going to elaborate more because newer cases and reasons for building the base have come up. And, okay, right now, the South Korean and the U.S. Navies are conducting joint anti-submarine warfare patrols and exercises, mostly joint anti-submarine warfare exercises, mock exercises, off the coast of Jeju, okay? Because North Korea admits to having submarines that can launch special forces soldiers, like a sabotage crew, and go in there, get close to the South Korean coast, launch their special forces from the submarine, and then they can go and sabotage a lot of South Korea's structures or infrastructures. Okay, North Korea admits to having that, and they also admit to having nuclear weapons and nuclear missiles that can be fit onto submarines. Okay, we'll talk about the submarines with the sabotage crews. Okay, instead of North Korea's army going down the 38th parallel, what they could do is that they could do a flanking movement, go around and come up from the south, go around, go to Jeju, then go to the southern areas of South Korea, Busan and Jeonju and Gwangju, Mokpo, and they could do that. And what the naval base in Jeju does is that it deters a lot of that behavior. It deters a lot of that, and then it makes North Korea's desires to do that much more difficult. It makes the task much more difficult. Okay, so that's a case for the naval base. Also, a couple of months ago, okay, the U.S., the South Korean, and the Japanese militaries were conducting mock rescue operations off the coast of Jeju. And I really thank all three militaries for doing this. God bless all of them. And it was off the coast of Jeju. All this made news. And the reason that they're doing that is because instead of going down the 38th parallel, North Korea could do a flanking movement, and then they could do a flanking movement, hit the coast of Jeju. Jeju's got a lot of tourists. They could hold a lot of hotels and a lot of tourists hostage. What construction on that naval base does, and what those exercises near the island of Jeju do, is that it prevents a lot of that from happening, or definitely heavily deters it. Okay? Also, okay, a lot of the protesters on the base have been peaceful, but some have been disorderly and disruptive. And again, if they are going to behave that way, they need to leave the site. They need to leave the protest site. But there are more cases for the base that are being made, and I'm going to speak out for the base. It's just like it's the protesters' right to speak out against the base, it's my right to speak out for the base. And there's more people for the base than you see, okay? And I'm gonna make a case for the base. I have friends and I get along with people who oppose the base, but I personally support it, and I'm gonna make a case for it, and because I firmly believe that it's vital for security in South Korea as well as all of East Asia. So anyway, God bless the U.S. and South Korean Navies for doing their training exercises and anti-submarine warfare. I firmly believe they're necessary. I just laid out a case for that. And then God bless the U.S., the South Korean, and the Japanese militaries for doing mock rescue operations near the island of Jeju. So, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless, and bye-bye. Bye-bye.